This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, which is happening virtually this year. Joining me right now is Juan Gavidia. He is the CEO of Orvana Minerals Corp. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is ORV on the TSX. Juan, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. Very well, thank you.
It's great to have you on. So let's start with an overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Well, the company is a two-operation company, one in Spain, one in Bolivia. Over the last few years, we've been reaching more or less 100,000 ounces gold equivalent per year. Temporarily, we are placing the Bolivian operation in standby for 12 months. And the other operation, which is in Asturias, Spain, we are at 60,000 plus ounces equivalent producing for the foreseeable future. We have a life of mine of 5 years, and we keep exploring, and probably that will be always beyond that. In the case of Bolivia, Bolivia will be back in business by the end of calendar 2021. Plus, we do have our third leg in the stool, in our stool here, which is Argentina. We do have a project called TAGUAS, TAGUAS, that we're going to be developing and putting more drill holes on the ground, probably starting this summer, which is Southern Hemisphere summer, in January through March 21. So that's in 1 minute.
And what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to your peers out there?
The case of Orvana is very special because we are betting on local teams and the local view of an international company. Orvana is Canadian. There is a board of directors under TSX rules. We meet, we have all the guidelines of the Canadian mining industry. However, we are using a lot of localized operational teams in Canada, in Spain, in Bolivia, even in our project in Argentina. The funding, interestingly enough, is also local. If you see our balance sheet, all the debt we have with banks, which is very good levels, they are pretty much done between Spain and Bolivia. And the low rates that we get in those countries are actually very competitive, because if you get the loans inside the country risk factor goes away because you're in the middle of the market, in the local market. So local view is well, I will make a slogan right now. It's an international mining company in three countries with a local view of how to operate each unit.
And what's your background? I mean, how'd you come into Orvana?
Well, I am an industrial engineer. I work for Newmont as a business, on the business side of the company for almost 20 years. Then I left the majors and went into the junior mining companies. I got engaged with Orvana in early 2016, the professional network. And from there, we are dealing with the early challenges I found. I think we are on top of all the issues in Orvana, and here we are. So that's another slogan, managing a junior with a little bit of a major flavor.
Once you go to those juniors, you learn. That's when school starts. You thought it started at Newmont. No, it starts when you become a CEO of a junior mining company. That's for sure.
And the interesting part is that obviously the world in a junior is much more diverse than in a major. No, you have a lot of specialties. You kind of have like a very stable type of professional life. Here is actually a little bit, I would say, highly entertaining. It's very fun environment.
I love that.
For the good reasons, of course.
I love that. It's highly entertaining. Hey, if where we're at right now is any indication, it's not only do you get a lot of work done, but it is very entertaining for sure. So with that, Juan, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts moving forward for the rest of this year going into 2021?
I think there is two factors. The factor number one, which is very recent, is what's happening with the gold price. No? So it's actually, I would say, a game changer because moving around 1500 for a while, plus minus. Then now into this world that you can see clearly that it's very unlikely to have a floor below 1800. And then the ceiling is who knows. So that's changing a lot of things. And of course, for the better. And Orvana is with gold producer status and he's coming back of Bolivia. I think we're going to come back very strong on this 100,000 ounce per year producer with an all-in sustaining cost below 1,000 on average for the two operations. So that's a huge upside in the next 24 months for Orvana. Now, in terms of development, not because of the gold price, but because of our previous planning, we have a lot of upside because of the Tawas project in Argentina. We are looking into developing this third asset into another 60,000 ounce producer. So eventually, in 4 or 5 years' time, we should be closer to 200. When you put all the gold and all the copper we produce and a tiny silver, all equivalent, we are shooting for that. So that's our strategic view, to reach 200 organically growing from our asset base without any deals. So I think we have plenty of work inside to reach that level. Once you reach that level, you open up into another kind of marketplace, another kind of league, and then you can do some other conversations. But we're trying to reach that second, I would say, floor of like a junior plus size, so we can have other conversations with the market.
Absolutely. Well, with that, where can our audience go and follow along on the Orvana story? What's the company's website?
The website is orvana.com, and that's you can just type very quickly, and we have all the information there in a very friendly way. No, all our press releases, our MD&As, our AIFs, and by the way, all the information you find there is actually very consistent, and I think the journey of Orvana has been very clear since 2016, and we had this minor hiccup with Bolivia for 12 months. But after that, I think you will see the potential of Orvana very clearly. That will be also another, it's like capitalizing on the new situation of the gold price, capitalizing of all the work we've done in the last 5 years. We're putting all that together between November and January. I think the view of the company is going to change a lot as well.
Good. Well, Juan, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
Yes, for sure. Thank you very much, Robert. See you next time.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft. I'm your host for SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, which is being held virtually this year. Juan will be there on behalf of Orvana. And thank you all for listening today.